11 Investigates team has been looking into the resignation of one local college board member, what he did and what we found. And Hurricane Milton halted flights going to and from Florida, including flights here in Toledo. What locals flying these airlines have to say.
And we're tracking some seasonal temperatures, but rain showers are on the way for the weekend. Your forecast coming up.
Welcome into WTOL 11 News on Plus. I'm Kaylee Marentet. Thanks for joining us here on this Friday night. Our 11 Investigates team has learned a board member at a local college has resigned tonight. Timothy Myers, a board member of Terra State Community College, resigned just one day after he was arrested on a prostitution charge. Myers, who lives in Fremont, was appointed to the board in 2018. Erie County Municipal Court records show Myers was charged with engaging prostitution, which is a misdemeanor. We've reached out to the Erie County Sheriff's Office, which arrested Myers to find out details of what happened. The sheriff says those details will come out Monday. Myers is now scrubbed from the college's website. He's due back in court November 4th. Stellantis is looking to make changes at the top of the company. The Jeep maker announced its CEO is retiring and its CFO is leaving. Stellantis has faced slumping sales and shutdowns at some of its facilities. The company previously said the CEO might stay on, but announced this week he's stepping down in early 2026. Stellantis has been trying to cut costs by delaying factory openings, laying off union workers, and offering buyouts to salaried employees. The UAW has accused the company of ignoring promises made in the latest contract and has threatened to strike again. A new Toledo hotel is set to celebrate its grand opening. Delta Hotels by Marriott has been under renovation since 2022. The company has invested millions of dollars to update the facility on the University of Toledo's Health Science campus. This is at the former Radisson Hotel. It'll now be a 4-star hotel. The ribbon cutting is set for Tuesday morning. Small business owners on Broadway Street in South Toledo say they've taken a hit because of construction, but there may be some money available that could help with any losses. A total of $100,000 is available through a program called the Legacy Corridor Business Resilience Grant. $5,000 will be awarded to select businesses, but owners who have businesses nearby previously affected by the prolonged road project on Lewis Avenue say the program would have been nice when they were going through this.
I don't think that it's fair to just say, hey, this street only, where, you have, let's face it, this whole city is basically always under construction, and there's tons of businesses and a lot of small businesses that are privately owned, like our
The city's Economic Development Department will be looking at businesses located from Western Avenue to Stebbins Street. Those eligible must have been in operation for at least 6 months prior to the start of road construction. Well, Michigan is changing the way it penalizes crimes involving marijuana. The state appeals court ruled dealers can be sentenced up to 15 years in prison. However, people caught growing weed illegally will only be charged with a misdemeanor, no matter the size of the operation. That decision stems from a case involving a man growing some 1,100 pot plants near the Thumb of Michigan. The same court ruled earlier this week a man delivering 20 pounds of marijuana could face up to 7 years in prison. Now, TARDA is getting a little help from Columbus. Governor Mike DeWine and the Ohio Department of Transportation announced more than $23 million for urban transit entities across the state. Here at home, TARDA is getting almost $936,000 of that money. Funding will be used for things like fleet expansion, replacement vehicles, preventative maintenance, and more. Well, Election Day is just 24 days away, and while the country looks towards the presidential race, we're tracking dozens of local races and issues. On that list, Lucas County has 2 commissioner seats on the ballot. Incumbent Pete Gherkin takes on former Toledo City Councilman Tom Winooski, and appointed incumbent Anita Lopez faces political newcomer John Rosick. WTOL 11 is teaming up with the Toledo Lucas County Library to host a debate for both races. That's Thursday the 17th, streaming right here on WTOL 11+. We are also taking your questions you want us to ask. You can text the word debate to 419-248-1100 or email us at newstips@WTOL.com. Doors open at 5 o'clock at the main library in downtown Toledo. Earth's moon now has a little companion. In today's Behind the Hashtag, we'll talk about the 33-foot-long space rock and how you can see it. Dubbed a mini-moon, the new lunar edition is actually an asteroid trapped by Earth's gravity. The space rock is 33 feet long, about the size of a school bus or a small house. It will orbit the globe for about 2 months.
You could kind of think of this asteroid and the Earth as almost like racehorses going around a track together, or Olympic sprinters all running together. Then eventually the faster runner is going to pull away and move a little bit ahead. In this case, one of us is going to pull ahead, and we're going to start to slowly separate from our little asteroidal friend.
Mini moons are rare, but less than 10 are being detected in the last decade. Now, if you're hoping to catch a glimpse of this little mini moon, I have some bad news for you. It can't be seen with the naked eye or typical home telescopes. However, professional telescopes have the ability to capture images of its brief orbit. Kaylee, I was a little nervous, truthfully. I'm like, what if it comes towards Earth? That was my first thought.
I mean, I was thinking the same thing, but still, there's just so much out there and just so much technology. That's just so cool just to even think about.
A little mini moon, like
the moon has a little
we got
friend.
the moon a moon.
Like the moon's pet or something. I don't know. I don't know. Very cute. Very cool.
Well, if you want to see more breakdowns of viral trends and 60-second stories, check out our WTOL 11 social media pages on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Washington local schools hosted a vow renewal for 75 Whitmer couples tonight. It happened on the football field right before the homecoming game, and the couples didn't leave empty-handed. The district gave each one a t-shirt, professional photo, and wedding cake before they renewed their vows on the field. Well, as Hurricane Milton spins its way into the Atlantic Ocean, the massive storm nearly ruined a wedding for a bride-to-be from Ohio. But some perfect timing and a lot of luck are allowing the special day to happen. Gabrielle and Kyle planned a destination wedding in Naples, Florida for this weekend. Then Monday, they got a call from the city canceling their beach permit. They talked to the wedding planner and told them they weren't coming. Gabrielle is from Mineral Ridge in Trumbull County, but it was a conversation her mother had at the hairdressers that led them to Firefly Farm in Canfield.
And the lady sitting next to her is friends with a caterer here at Firefly Farms. And she's like, let me call him and see if they can help you.
In a matter of days, everything has come together for the wedding to go on. Maybe not as planned, but right here in Ohio instead. And many are starting to board flights back home from Florida. That means Toledo Express is getting ready for departures and arrivals again. Flights to and from Orlando were scheduled to resume this afternoon, but those have been delayed by about 3 hours.
Trying to get back. I was supposed to go home Monday evening, and my flight got delayed, and then it ended up getting canceled. So here I am trying to make it out now.
Tomorrow's flights between Toledo Express and Punta Gorda are currently on time. Hurricanes Milton and Helene destroyed thousands of vehicles, with many flooded out. Our National Verify team looks into a claim that electric vehicles can catch fire after being submerged in water.
In the aftermath of Hurricanes Milton and Helene, people on Facebook shared a photo of a destroyed, burnt-out vehicle. They claim electric vehicles and bicycles explode like a bomb when they get submerged in salt water, and that photo is an example of what could happen. Several Verify readers asked us if that's true, so let's verify using these sources. Short answer is yes, they can catch fire, but it's rare. In 2022, seawater flooding from Hurricane Ian damaged thousands of electric vehicles, according to a report from the Idaho National Laboratory. About 36 caught on fire. But the fires don't always happen right away. The lithium-ion batteries in electric vehicles can catch fire weeks after battery damage, according to a National Highway Traffic Safety Administration report. So, why does this happen? Electric vehicles are designed with water-resistant safety features, like sealed battery packs, that allow the car to withstand driving through rain or puddles. But submersion in fresh or salt water can damage that seal and other safety features, causing the battery to short circuit or overheat over time, which can cause it to eventually catch fire. This also applies to other things powered by lithium batteries, like e-bikes and personal electronic devices. If an EV does get submerged in floodwaters, Tesla says their vehicles should be moved away from structures and other combustible materials until they've been inspected. Floodwater can also damage the engine of gas-powered vehicles. AutoZone warns that flooded combustion vehicles should not be operated until they've been inspected and repaired. With your Verify, I'm Ariande Till.
An update now to traffic calming efforts in Toledo's Old Orchard neighborhood. The city says it's removing planters used to block the intersection at Marvin and Windover. A spokesperson tells WTOL 11 the makeshift barricades ended up pushing drivers to other streets, which was not the intended goal. City officials say they initially made the change in response to traffic concerns. All across Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan, grain elevators are working overtime as area farmers harvest their corn and soybeans. But has this summer's drought affected these crops? Farmers say the dry weather has been less than favorable, but the price of corn and soybeans have fallen nonetheless. Corn is down to a little more than $4 a bushel, down $1 from last year, and beans fell from around $13 to $10.
So this is about peak harvest season right now. We started taking new crop beans in about a month ago, and right now our bean harvest progress is about 75% complete, but we do have a lot of corn to bring in yet. The corn harvest is maybe 10% complete. So we're in that phase where we're finishing beans and going to start seeing corn come in here real soon.
While there are still plenty of last year's yield, the supply chain issues makes shipping difficult due back-to-back hurricanes. Now let's take a look at the weather with meteorologist Kaylee Bowers. Hey, Kaylee.
Hey there, Kaylee. Things looking fantastic for this evening. However, looking ahead towards the weekend, we are tracking another chance for some spotty showers that could help the crops just a little bit, but it has still been a very dry few weeks. Now, temperatures for this weekend will be back to the upper 60s, but cooling down as we head on into next week. But tonight, comfortable conditions with that mixture of clear skies and clouds. You can see those lows in the mid 50s. And just like last night, tonight, we have the chance to view the northern lights. Our KP index sitting at an 8 for this evening, and that's what we were last night. So if you have any photos or videos from last night or tonight, send them to the WTOL 11 weather app. We love to showcase them both on air and online. Now, there's a small chance for tomorrow, but definitely tonight is ideal northern lights viewing. Now, looking ahead towards tomorrow, we'll start off the day with that increase in clouds, but the further north you are, there is that chance for a few more spotty showers. Now, not everyone's seeing those rain chances. Most of us will be fairly dry. But if you're right along the Ohio-Michigan border north, you have a higher chance for those showers. But kicking off tomorrow morning with those temperatures in the mid 50s, but slowly warming up to the mid to upper 60s by tomorrow afternoon. Now, looking ahead towards Sunday, pretty similar, especially for the Apple Butter Festival in Grand Rapids. We'll see highs in the upper 60s with a chance for a few more isolated showers. And notice those wind gusts, seeing winds around 30 miles an hour. So we are tracking on and off rain chances just a little bit Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday, but overall a fairly dry forecast is ahead. So we are seeing just a little bit of rain, but the overall outlook, it's going to be pretty dry. But there's a chance for that first frost heading on into next week, as we'll see those lows back in the 30s by Tuesday and Wednesday morning. Now, we're actually just a little bit behind schedule. It changes depending on the year. Last year, our average frost wasn't until a week before Halloween, but typically it's around October 6th. So looking ahead towards this weekend, above average temperatures just slightly, as those highs will be in the upper 60s, but then there's that cool down. Monday and Tuesday, we're back to the mid to upper 50s, but then warming back up. It's gonna be comfortable for high school football and for any fun fall festivities you have for next weekend with those highs in the mid 70s. And we'll continue to see above average temperatures going on into almost the end of October. Where is this year gone,